it is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today. Much love going out to all the beautiful, empowered harmonizers. We are zooming in and focusing in on a great viewer question, and that is, does the psychopath really have a fit in a relationship with somebody? Do they ever really find somebody who they fall in love with? Well, it's important to understand that when you're talking about a psychopath, these are individual people. I mean, they look like people, but they don't really have relationships. A heart to heart sort of that balance. They are devoid of love. They are devoid of that feeling. They might, have a satisfaction in a relationship from something that they might be getting or receiving from the relationship, a place to live, the appearance as if, the appearance as if married, the appearance as if normal, getting married, they don't feel a love or connection, but yet, there might be some other reason, together your incomes, you can live in a place, you can have children. It appears as if normal to them. It's like a decoy relationship. And most people say, how could they ever do that? I mean, how can you fake it to that degree? Well, that is the degree of falseness in the way that the level of the way that they defraud people. I mean, it almost feels like, we've stated here, like a criminal basis. It's like, you violated my house. You did this in my workplace. You pretended as if. I mean, they defraud people. They fake people out. It's a con job. It's a scam. It's the degree to which they do this is complete, meaning this is the fiber of what they are and the fabric of what they are. They are not genuine. They are not the real deal. They're not, marriage material, employment material, whatever material. They are, they present as if. And so that's why they can move through a number of relationships without suffering really a heartbreak. It's as if nothing happened. Their pet dies, and it's just kind of like, that happened. They pick up something at the store, that happened. They're late for their kids are screaming, that happened. I mean, they divorce, that happened. They get married very quickly, and they'll double and triple date, have different lives, different professions that seemingly are incongruous and don't match. How can you simultaneously be a lawyer and also be an anesthesiologist? How does this even work? It just does not compute. The cognitive dissonance then is what is sort of an effect of being in a relationship, meaning something is not quite matching up. What they say and what they do is not the same. It's not matching up. And, and so when it comes to, who is a perfect match with this person, it's really very much like as needed, PRN, flavor of the month, flavor of the year, flavor of that chapter. What did they need for that period of time? And if it was to get married, if it was to get a job, if it was for a place to live, if it was a place for their kids to live, a place for someone to pay for their kids' marriage, there's a parasitic nature to the relationship. These individuals are intraspecies predators. So the next person, they're not going to be any more loyal, in love, connected to, despite the appearance as if. Remember, you have to be able to see through it like you have x-ray goggles on. They might put it all on Facebook. They might put it on LinkedIn. They might put it on YouTube. They might put it on MySpace, MyFace, wherever it is that they're going to, Instagram, Pinterest, or, all the different, you might say, oh my God, they might have then gotten this, all of a sudden they've gotten a new doctorate, they've gotten a new job, they've gotten a new title, a new home. Oh, they've made it. I was wrong for them. Don't start going down that path, because it's not that they're a better match with somebody else. Somebody else just is more blind to who they are. That's all that it is. And the psychopath knows when they've got them hook, line, and sinker that sometimes people are too far gone. They are too naive. They are too in denial to be able to deal with the truth of a psychopath. They're just green. Have you ever met someone who's just plain, I don't know, you just want to say emotionally dumb? They're just dumb. How could you be so naive? How could you just, see through this? So you don't have to envy these people, nor do you have to try to protect them. Do you know what you're dealing with? Do you know what he did to me? Do you know that, let me show you this, let me show you that? No, save your breath, save your energy. It's an appearance as if. Just remember that, they seem so happy. They're smiling. They're traveling. They bought this. Don't envy it. It is meaningless. It is not, should not have any weight with your happiness or how you, have survived. You have made this through to the other side. Thank goodness. And you did it when you did it at the right time. Don't say and evaluate, I was too young, I was too old, now, and, it's worse if you were unknowing of this, that love affair that you thought would never end, that the illusion cracked. You saw beneath the facade. It's important to realize, it was never really there to begin with. If you can kind of look at it and go, whoa, then I got a lot out of something that was never there to begin with. Do you see? You have to kind of flip it on its positive. I really believe in the alchemy of transforming to the truth, because you can be so misled and so deceived by this imposter of a relationship. And it's not that they're not an imposter with somebody else. It's not like all of a sudden they're real over here. They're doing the same. It's and don't worry about how things are going to map out for them. It's important about you. But realize that with somebody else, it's not like they're all of a sudden, they're in this sort of great relationship. You have to realize that it's just what they do for appearance. They're always upholding that. Once again, it's like a decoy of a relationship, and a psychopath will oftentimes tell, and share that they are asexual, which means even though they might be highly promiscuous, they're not, oftentimes don't have sexual feelings, even though the appearance as if. It's really messed up. It is, once again, what you see is not what you get. They might seem to be in this really romantic relationship, but oftentimes the psychopath is asexual, meaning that they don't have these feelings, but they mimic as if, all of a sudden, they're married in a heterosexual relationship and had a second hetero relationship, and then now they're homosexual. It's just, anything can go. These people can metamorphosize like into a ball of clay. You can make it into a bowl. You can make it into a cup. You can make it into a plate. They're very much like a salamander or one of those octopus who are at the bottom of the ocean. If you've ever seen those ocean videos where the octopus changes color based on the bottom of the sea. So all of a sudden, this octopus looks like white sand, and then all of a sudden then it looks like, texturized rocks. They change the appearance of their skin. The psychopath is very much like a human. And I mean, if you've ever seen this, you can say, I get it. I've seen the mask strap. There's a complete change of look, appearance, vibe, aura. I mean, it's as if the person just changed their complete appearance, where they all of a sudden then you feel like there's a stranger standing in front of you. And you might have known these people for a very long period of time and thought you had trust. And you go, oh my God, like the muscles in their face change, the appearance, their expression, the color of their skin, even the color of their eyes, the way their hair looks against their skin can drastically change. The aura, their spirit all around, boom, goes flat, ice cold. You're like, I don't know what this feeling is, but I can tell you right now, it ain't good. you just are like, whoa, this is the degree. These people have a pre-calculated and predetermined, and they'll tell you, a psychopath has told me, about the people who they fool, their lives are ruined. So how does that make you feel? Do you want to be that person in the next Facebook, who's getting even more scammed to more in depth? Is that, do you see what I'm saying? So if you think that they're appearing happy, that person is just more scammed than you. That person is more blind than you. That's just where they're at right now. Who knows when the mask is going to crack? It's just, do you want to stay tuned onto their life as if it's some, daytime soap opera? Don't do that to yourself. Know better. Be strong. This is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today. And I hope that these videos do help. Please share, please subscribe, and please donate for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support. Peace out. Have a beautiful day.